Alright. Am I allowed to vocalize something? Okay, so we're back. We're back up. It's a good thing. All right. Roblox, you back? Because I've got some stuff I want to vent about. Just gonna check something real quick before we continue. Alright. Hey, G-Man. Is everything working now? Unbelievable. The goggles? Yep. You can just toggle them on and off. So I have a little complaint. A bone to pick, if you will. Microsoft. Windows. Buddy. Pal. If I make a setting, like a specific custom setting, that you allow me to do, that limits the amount of overclocking my CPU can go through. Why would, during your update process, you turn off that limit? Why? Why am I playing a Switch game, not putting, like, basically any stress on my PC? Was it overclocking itself until it had to shut down? It's a simple question. Why is that a thing that happened? Anyway. Unbelievable. Completely unbelievable. I don't get it. I don't understand. Alright. So, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by Windows being stupid as all hell, Roblox, how do you want to handle Jessie? Yes, he is Hackmon, but we need more ability. We need 20 ability for Koromon to go into Hackmon. Which means that at 4 ability right now, it'd be best if we went up the line and then went back down to, like, build up the ability points. Because right now, if we go back down to Koromon, he's just gonna have 10 ability. He won't be able to get there yet. Let's go up the line. Okay, but which one do you want to go for? You have 3 options. Or we could have 2 of this weirdo. I recommend not doing that, but we could do that. Whoops. Two. Cordramon Green. Alright, how about the mouth? How are we feeling with the mouth? One isn't possible. I'm going to say that right now. 1 at the moment is literally not possible for us to get. And Roblox, here's a 4. Alright. It's not too bad. I thought you were gonna pick one of the freaks. He has, like, 2 relatively normal looking ones. And the rest are freaks. So, you know. Wait, no, 3? Too late. I mean, we could go back. Actually, 4 is funny? Alright. Alright. Now we're in the farm. How are we handling the farm? We got Hawkmon. 3 looks funny. Birdramon. Just really creepy teeth. Yep. You did this. You did this, Roblox. Alright, Tentamon. I did not make that choice for you. That was a choice that you chose. Technically, we can wait on Tentomon, because I think... Yeah, he can definitely reach that attack, and he can definitely reach the speed. They look like they did Mewtwo things, but with a Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh, yeah, it's bad. Tentomon can easily get to the stat requirements for both of these guys. If you want, we can wait, or wait on Tentomon, alright? Armadillomon. We can't. We literally can't do the one we can't get to here. So, Armadillomon, how we handling it? You want 3 on Tentomon? Fair. How are we feeling on Armadillomon? Six. Congrats, you've picked Heavy Ordnance, Roblox. Tankmon. What the fuck? Yeah. Alright. Vmon. How are we feeling on Vmon? What, you never seen a sentient tank before? Alright, I hate to tell you this, Roblox, you've picked the most boring option for Vmon. Cause, hey, you like Vmon? How about a bigger Vmon? I like X-Vmon, don't get me wrong. The problem with X-Vmon is that he's literally... Yes. In fact, you are incorrect. There's another one that's hot. He is blue. He is not hot. Unfortunately, the thing with the X-Vmon line is that 2 of them require a weird condition to be fulfilled for them to evolve. So that's going to be a little rough later. Alright. Wanyamon. Where are we going with him? 3 options. Three. You have picked the Weasel. With arms. In permanent hug mode, clearly. That is not a Weasel. That is a snake. Kudamon is not a snake. Yokomon. Yes, I would like to point out before anyone mentions it, this plant turns into a bird. That is a thing that occurs. Don't worry about it. Now, if we want, for Yokomon, if we want the Oz bait, as I'm going to call it, the first one is how we need to do this. But you want 3? You want the mushroom? You want the very clear mushroom? Ozbait? Yes. 1 leads into Ozbait. Elecmon, trust me. Trust me on this. Elecmon does in fact lead into Ozbait. Tokomon can't do anything. Sunomon. You have 2 options here. Ozbait is not exactly what I would call a creature. Trust me. You'll know it when you see it. When it happens, you will know. But we already have a Goblimon. Literally can't get to level 10, so this guy's out. We can get this guy, but we're gonna need to feed him twice. I'm saying Oz bait because it is bait for Oz. Actually, while we waited, I should have gotten enough points to actually go through with feeding. No, didn't. Damn. Can't. No food. We'll have to wait. Alright. But, we have room for another party member. Who are we bringing along with us? We have 2 vaccines, 1 virus, and 1 data. So we're free to, like, bring anybody. Although... would that be worth it? Should we bring along... do its best? Alright, we're bringing along a Lekmon then. Trust me, it'll be worth it. I can't believe I go out of my way to, like... make it so that my computer does not self-destruct under a CPU that is known for overheating. Tankmon is still crazy to you? Again, I would like to remind everybody of Gundramon. Have you looked up Gundramon? Because I can send you a picture of him. Gundramon is not in the game. Shinjuku. Okay, yeah, sorry. We were just there and I made a mistake. None of the... Unfortunately, Roblox, none of the 3 Musketeers are in the game. Beelstarmon is not in the game, Magna Kidmon is not in the game, and Gundramon is not in the game. Though I think they're gonna be in the new game, the one that's like releasing in a month. That this is like a hype fest for, essentially. But yeah. It gets a little easier, name-wise, once you consider that Mon is a file extension. Jeez, okay. Penis Momon is a thing, I believe you. No, but that is that is technically speaking a thing in Persona. And Shin Megami Tensei in general. It's called Mara. Yeah, Mara. It's a penis chariot. Look it up. Because if I do that, I'm pretty sure I'd immediately get demonetized. Like, I'm not even really all that monetized, I'd still somehow get demonetized. M-A-R-A. Eh? Oh, that's not good.
Oi, oi.
Well, well, aren't you something? Do you have any idea what this is? Well, considering the, like, weirdo data I'm seeing... Yeah, this whole phenomenon's hard to wrap my head around. Never seen anything like it. But still, there gotta be a way for us to get beside it, wouldn't you think? Hey you, stay right where you are. One more step and I'll arrest the both of you. Huh? Crap, this gal's the last thing we need right now. This is a crime scene and I won't have you messing with it. The great Makiko Date isn't going to go easy on the punch responsible for this. Your name is Date? I'm very sorry to hear that, man. Like, you lost. There's only one Date that we respect in this household. And he is an aging detective working with Kiryu. You hold no authority over me, only he does. You're right, she is in fact hot, but is she as hot as Date? Get you a man who will steal multiple helicopters for you. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Maybe I should bail before this becomes a whole ordeal. Hey you, I told you to freeze, didn't I? Huh? I've seen you somewhere before. Yeah, what was it? That one hacker team? Come on, let's bail. Whee! Hey, stop right there. Quick, into the weirdo subway. Gotta find a way out of here. Looks like this is the only way. Well, don't knock it till you tried it, I guess. This is an awful plan, Arata. Also, she's not as hot as Kyoko. Yippee, I love fleeing from the police. Just my regular Saturday night, yeah. Oh, this place is gone. Yeah, it's crossing over. This is bad. This place real or digital? A little bit of both, looks like. What's going on? This is too strange. You got clipped by a car today? Are you okay, Roblox? What the hell? It's like two worlds are intersecting. Ah, I can't make heads or tails of this. That is a hell of a thing to just drop in the chat. Don't think there's anything wrong with my head. You're fine? Okay, good. Like, wow. At least the cops won't be after me here. Yeah, but what about her? Oh, for sure, the way she is, I can see her showing up out of the blue. Which means there's only one answer. A demon or a snake is back there. Let's think of a plan once we see it. This is a... Why are you following along with this? Why did you guys spawn surrounding me and staring directly at me? No, for real, answer me. Guys? Your left ankle is somewhat inflamed, but other than that, I'm fine. That's still way more than what should have happened. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Two data types. At least you didn't get in trouble for it. If you got in trouble for it, I would have been incredibly upset on your behalf. Like, you get clipped by a car and you get in trouble, that's rough. How heroic. Oh, that's right. I'll need to swap in a Luckmon for a bit so that he can get some cam. Hey, which do you think a Digimon is more like, a demon or a snake? Since Digimon has turned up, this must be the digital world, right? I am literally surrounded by my team. Are you seriously asking whether or not we're in a digital place right now? Yet this still feels very much like the real world, right? Well, we're not going to get anywhere by just thinking about it. Regardless, these Digimon seem to be a bit on the wild and vicious side. And so, knowing that that's what we're like, I made sure to get my hands on some slightly tougher Digimon, like this Caramon, who in no way is a danger to any of us. We never know when we might get attacked by something like that black one from the other day. I would not describe the Eaters as that black one. Those things looked weird. You've got your Digimon too, so the next time it crosses our paths, we'll delete it for sure. Yeah, totally. It won't be a problem at all. This isn't the time for a long chat. We need to get moving. You're the one who started talking, Arata. It's like we're being punished for him wanting to gab. It's bizarre. Alright, let's put you there for now. Just so that we can get some cam up. Nothing. You okay? You've been quiet for a while now. I need to report to the agency, but there's no connection. What are you talking about? What agency? I'm a detective now. It's a whole thing. The detective agency you work at? You're a super cool cyber sleuth? Super cool? That's what you're... Yeah, there you go. I mean, a cyber sleuth? A digital detective? Really? That's incredible. I don't quite get it, but it's incredible. Why are you so confused by this? You really are something, aren't you? No, that wasn't a compliment. Well, fuck you too, man. Like, what? Well, communication is out. I've been trying for a while now too, and in here there's no net connection at all. That's a little bizarre, considering. Digital wave must be unstable. No way, you're gonna make me explain digital waves to you? Look it up later, do a search. More importantly, let's talk about the cyber sleuth thing. I want to hear more about that. Don't get me wrong. It's not because I think it's interesting or because I want to try it out. Really? It's just plain intellectual curiosity. A piqued interest. Right, totally. Who believes him? I don't. Must be weird, though, being a cyber sleuth. What's it like? I've only read about it in comics. There is no way you've read about it in comics. Nope, that's enough. I've lost interest already. Crap. Bizarre. What a bizarre interaction. Am I going to be able to move more than 2 steps without you having to talk my ear off? Okay, I want to know. I want to know. Tell me more about it. What's it like being a cyber sleuth? This is really not the time or the place to talk about this. What cases have you solved so far, and what's your boss like? It's a long story for both. Don't ask. Tell me everything. You really don't want to know. Okay, another weird flashback. It's the same as the one from Kowloon the other day, right? Oh, hey, it's the white boy. What is it? What happened? Why does that guy keep showing up whenever we have the flashbacks? Hey, don't look at me. This is no time to be fooling around. What? There was a ghost? The ghost of the pale boy that all of Eden has been going on and on about? And you saw it in Kowloon, for real? You're not trying to con me? Why would I be trying to con you? You'd be the only one who isn't. Anyone could tell you're really soft-hearted. And you clearly saw something strange. You got a good look at it, yet saw nothing. And it left something in your head, as if something were pushed into it. Well, that's freaky. And frustrating. To be on the cusp of remembering, and yet... What the heck is that? What does it mean? Yeah. Well, it's another lead to follow, perhaps. Come on, let's go. Am I gonna be able to, like, walk for a bit before you interrupt me again? Can I do that, game? Come on! I want to play the video game. Why are you refusing to allow me to play the video game? Hey, you notice that? Listen up, you, or should I say, sleuth. Something's been following us for the last while. I've been distracted, okay? I don't know exactly what or who it is, a Digimon or a ghost, or maybe it's her. Well, you're certainly untrustworthy looking. Like, you look like you would have shoved somebody into this subway. Like, you actively look like you are responsible for this. Oh dear, good day to you. Whoa, easy there, let's not be hasty. I'm nothing to be scared of, I assure you. Who are you? What are you doing here? My name is Akemi Sudo. I'm a researcher for Kamishiro Enterprises. I am currently studying this strange phenomenon. You're alone? Yes, I'm alone. I'm very much the only specialist capable of making these breakthroughs, though I'd still very much appreciate it if they gave me an assistant. I tell you, it's a terrible company. Why are you following us? I hadn't thought there were humans who'd made it farther in than I had. We're like 4 steps away from the entrance. I wanted to observe things for a bit, and let these children take care of things. Did I happen to unsettle you? There's no excuse for that. I apologize. Well, I guess it's no big deal. It's a big deal. But if you're in the mood to apologize, tell us what this is. We want to know. Oh dear, put it that way, and I can hardly refuse. I trust you won't go around blabbing about this to anyone? Sure thing, right, Phantom? Very well then, I shall tell you. But my tale comes out of my work process and is, at best, the result of inductive reasoning. I caution you that it is not a final conclusion. To begin, let's discuss the space we are in. This space exists within a certain phenomenon. We're in the whirlpool of a special digital wave. You know what I'm referring to, a digital wave? It's a flow of energy that carries digital information, correct? Brilliant, straight from the textbooks. This may still be the real world, but it's still a world made up of digital information. Roblox, I want you to be completely honest with me. When you look at this man, what do you think? Is this the Matrix? Are you just saying that because of, like, the explanation for a digital wave? Conspiracy maker? So, unfortunately, you are incorrect. I'm gonna have to dock you points. Because when I first played this game, I looked at this guy, and my brain immediately went, villain, he's the villain, there are no points. The points are made up. They mean nothing. To put it in the very simplest of terms, the real world has transformed into cyberspace. No. Really? Are you sure about that? I thought the subway always looked like this. As a result, everything here has become data, even human thought. Okay, that seems like a bit of a leap. Like, everything is data / even human thought. What makes you think that, like, specifically? What evidence do you have to point to that? That's quite the leap of logic, isn't it? Yeah, thanks, Arata. I won't deny that. My colleagues often deemed my ideas rather heretical. Okay, if you're like a scientist, and the people around you, other scientists, look at you and start calling you a heretic, that's a bit of a bad sign. You know what I mean? That's what led to Frankenstein doing the stupid shit he did, you know? Like, that's a little far. Maybe don't get described as, like, a heretic / get your work described as heretical. That's a little insane. Some even compare me to Nikola Tesla. Tesla was not called a heretic. Well, that's more than well and good, but I do try not to let the praise go to my head. But enough of that, have a look at this. The irregularities of this internal structure should indicate right away that we're dealing with digitized data made from human memories. They merged with reality, giving rise to this bizarre and complex space. That's my theory, in essence. Now, allow me to ask you a question. Have you encountered an eater yet? An eater? What's that? Ah yes, scientists and heretics fit very well together. What is this 40k you speak of? Yeah, if I saw this guy approach me in the subway, I'd probably immediately pull out the bolter, cry out heretic, and shoot. Let's not lie. If you saw this guy in the Warhammer 40k universe, you wouldn't take chances. Right? Like, you would immediately take that shot. I'm pretty sure the Codex would abide. That's a term I've coined for these entities that devour and eat away at things. Do you mean that thing that looks like a black and white Nautilus shell? That freaky program? Precisely! To have escaped an encounter with an eater unscathed, you don't know how lucky you are. It should have killed you! When an eater preys upon something, all its comprising data is eroded away and becomes glitched. Glitched? What does that mean? All structure and algorithms become disordered data. Glitched. Completely defective. And once that data becomes glitched, it cannot be restored. Oh dear, how frightful that would be. How truly frightful indeed, he says, looking directly at you. So you end up being eaten. They're called eaters, Arata. I know you're smart enough to figure this out without having to vocalize it. That's a common theory, at any rate. I do not happen to agree, however. What? There must always be a way to restore data. It's illogical to assume otherwise. You have clearly not dealt with Digimon before, then. You're gonna lurk? Fair enough. Not in the metaphysical sense, mind. I'm talking about actual digital phenomena. And in that case, bugs are a thing we are well aware of. Therefore, I am pressing on with my eater research. Hey, mister, calm down. Let me get this straight. Kamishiro knows about these eaters? That doesn't sound good. That goes without saying. That's why I'm pursuing this research. Crap, so they did know about them. Those admin creeps have been stonewalling me. Well, they are a business providing a service. There's lots that needs to be kept confidential. I told you it's a terrible company, didn't I? There's more I want to ask on that front. Yes, I see. If I can provide an answer, I shall. Ask away. But before that, you appear to be hackers, am I correct? You possess the Digimon capture program. And you have marvelous Digimon programs as well. What's it to you? Frankly put, I want to fight off the eater that is likely roaming around here somewhere. What? An eater is here too? Did you not see a strange apparition before? Perhaps you know it as the ghost of the pale boy? That is indicative of an eater's presence, a harbinger, I suppose you could say. An eater's existence both impacts the digital world and serves to induce it. Sorry, the digital wave. That's my thoughts on the matter, at any rate. That the digital wave itself might impacted by these eaters. That's a typo. If so, we cut off the head and the body should wither away. Or two more grow back, and suddenly we have double the problems. To back up this theory, I'd like to ask for your assistance, if I may. You're a researcher, aren't you? You could have secret weapons at your disposal. You should have secret weapons at your disposal, right? A camera watch that can detect hidden objects, or a ball we can stuff captured creatures into? Arata. Those are some oddly specific examples there. Turns out that, at present, our best weapon against the eaters are Digimon programs. Those programs are particularly bug-resistant. They can resist erosion with little difficulty. Yeah, but, Mr. Pseudo, it's not that I don't believe you. But you want us to wipe that thing out, right? Well, that just happens to be our goal as well. Oh, excellent. Best of luck to you, then. Well then, we're off for revenge. And let's find our way back to the regular world. The longer we're here, the weirder my head gets. I shall await you here. If you have any questions, come and seek me out. The regular world, you say? And where exactly might that be, I wonder? Wow. Please let me move. Okay, finally. Wow, okay. Unbelievable. I'll need an IC card to get to the gates. I've seen, like, visual novels with less, like, wordy exchanges of dialogue. More data types. Burn. Way to go, Caramon. He's so happy about it. Shellmon. HP. That was a fast whip. So happy. I love how the mouth is still an appropriate name. Won't deal too much damage, but should deal a decent amount. I was wrong. Haha, you missed. Crazy giggle. What a name. Right, should that IC card, good. Memory up. Ow. Not yet. Oh, I probably should have, actually. Excellent. Farm. There we go. Monodramon. Bit of a weirdo, but we like weirdos here. Oh, that's right. I do have a Goblin one. Just put you in there. Wow, I do not have that many virus types, do I? Normally I would, but guess not. Whoa, is this the ghost you were talking about? It's looking at us. Oh yeah, that's understandable. It went and disappeared on us. Knock it off. Do you know who that was? Do you even have a clue who it might be? I'm imagining things, that's all. Yeah. Oh hey, an eater. Dang, here it is. His theory is correct. Taking the eater down will also collapse this strange phenomenon. Right? If that happens, what happens to us, who are inside of it? I mean, we gotta do it. It's right there. It's not gonna let us run. Thanks for saying what I was thinking. Alright. Since eaters aren't Digimon, we don't really need to worry about, like, typing. So we can kind of just pull out all the stops to take it down, right? Wow. That, Wow. I mean, granted, defense penetrating, it makes more sense when you see that, right? But still. Problem solved. That's an eater down. Not a bad amount of experience either. What's happening? That's certainly a noise. Hey, we're free. This is Shinjuku? What do you know? What do you know? Well, the old man's theory was right. Arata, if you start, like, mad cackling, I'm gonna be very worried. The Eaters and the Ghost of the Pale Boy? This is a riot. It's spectacular. And to top it all off, there's you. A cyber sleuth. Oh, this is all too funny. Reality is some pretty dull stuff, no doubt about it, but this is something else. But getting back to business. I'm going to dig into these eaters a little more. Maybe help out with Pseudo's research. That is a terrible idea, but alright. There was something interesting about him. Speaking of which, where is he? Is he here? I don't see him. Ah, crap. In a sense, he's more of a pain than that eater. Well, I'm off. And you, don't let yourself get eaten, alright? See you later. You're under arrest, punk. I'm literally just standing here. Like, not even in terms of loitering. What? You're not getting away from me? I was just about a bystander. Things got wild. I see, so that's what that mess was. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yet at the same time, it's very fortuitous. Info that's normally hard to come by in a normal investigation was right there in front of us. Even sleuths need to get lucky sometimes. What do I call this case? For now, let's refer to it as the Shinjuku Labyrinth case. A labyrinth is part of the underworld in folklore, otherwise known as Mayohiga. Spirit world, the netherworld, the land of the dead. It's a world beyond the borders of our own, out of phase, if you will. That was the spatial phenomenon that appeared in... That what the spatial phenomenon that appeared in Shinjuku must be. I need a counter for, like, the typos. Maybe labyrinth isn't quite the right word, but it's close enough. The reference comes from a collection of folklore tales by Kunio Yanagita, if you're ever interested in looking deeper into it. The important point is that, much as in these folktales about labyrinths, the phenomena recur over and over. In a way, I'm jealous you got to experience it firsthand. Parallel worlds really do exist. The digital world. Where did you hear that name? That is a very suspicious way of trying to get information, but alright, Kyoko. You do you. I already gave the details in my report. I see. So after taking on Nokia Shiramina's case, you headed straight to Shinjuku. I missed that. And you claim Digimon are not programs created by humans, but intelligent life forms from a parallel world. Of course I believe you. I only know a tiny bit about the digital world. That's a lie. Let's put aside the digital world question for the moment. It's not a riddle we can solve right now. Let's go back and talk about the Shinjuku Labyrinth. Right before I took you on as an assistant, there were some unsolved cases in Shinjuku. Then you uncovered the Shinjuku case, not to mention the Labyrinth case on top of that. My theory is that it all stems from irregularities with digital waves, regardless. These digital waves are growing unstable at key locations throughout Tokyo, not just Shinjuku. Since it's not at a level that impacts our daily lives, we ignore it as being within the range of error. The issue is not the state of growing instability, but rather what's causing it. Why now? Is it natural, or is it human interference? Is it an alien, or a paranormal phenomenon? This is an interesting case. We should press on with our investigation. By the way, while you and I were out of contact, I decided to make the best of my time. And so I whipped up a special new coffee blend. I was certain you'd be back with results. That was an elementary deduction. You've really been giving it your all. Your work has been excellent. And now, as a reward, I've got a treat for you. Put a lot of effort into this. Isn't it incredible? The miraculous harmony of coffee, yogurt, and seaweed boiled in soy. Still think this isn't a problem, Roblox? I know you're lurking, but still. I'm horrified of that concoction. Haven't picked up any cases lately. I better take on a few before Kyoko forces me. Wow. Okay. How many Digimon can you keep on a single farm island? 10. Quiz time, what baby bird Digimon tries pecking Tanamon on the head? I mean, it'd have to be Biomon. Aerovedramon is not a baby bird. I'll die. Okay, I'll be right on that. First hit has got something to do. I love how he doesn't even pick up the phone. He just dives head first. This would fix our virus problem. The fact that it's like one of my favorite Digimon has nothing to do with it, I swear. Just so that we can get some ability. Hell yeah, Guillemon. Ability, 16, and if we go back, it would be 20. Still a couple levels off. Again, levels off and attack stat, but oh, that's actually rough. I don't know if we'll have enough. We need to get like Alright, desperate times. Gross. Don't like it. Go back. There we go. With 34 as a new maximum, we're definitely going to be able to get to it. To the attack stat that we need. Alright. I will be right back. Just gotta handle something real quick. There we go. Sorry about that. Ah, damn it, I forgot. I went in there in the first place to get, like, an investigation going, and I didn't. Damn it. Alright. Well, I'm dropping the ball now. Broadway first floor. It's probably towards the back. Yeah, it's towards the back. Yep. Straight into the wall. You're the one who took the case. To tell the truth, right now I'm not feeling too good. I'm probably just about to die, so I don't know. One of the cogs that make up my body, I've lost it somewhere. It should be somewhere in this dungeon. Please bring it to me as soon as possible. Have I mentioned I hate teleporter dungeons? Just never been a fan. Because you are basically guaranteed to miss something. If you're not combing through the entire thing, right? Oh, we're back. Should be able to eventually find something decent. Or actually find what we're looking for. Like this. You know, for like a 3-star, like, difficulty, I didn't get attacked a single time. So I'm still alive? Great, just in the nick of time. Would have been done for if you hadn't helped me. Thank you. You're a lifesaver. Yeah, like, not a single fight in this 3-star difficulty, like, fetch quest. I'm very confused. Great work. Do I even have the area unlocked yet? Let's find out. Oh, yep. guess. Why does nobody pay attention to me? They never notice me. Not one person. Mood. But woe to thee who finds the entrance there. For if you make it, you only meet despair. I should see if there's a new case to investigate. He thinks to himself, worried. Kiwimon. Looks exactly as you think. Scramble a pentagram. This is a bad idea. I can already tell. So you're the president of the Inodin Occult Research Club, correct? Yes, and my name is Mei Kokusho. Alright, what have you got for us today? Well, I was wondering if you could help run an experiment to test an urban legend and see whether it's true or not. Oh, I like the sound of that. It's not something we get around here every day. Anyway, what legend do you have in mind? Well, it's called Shibuya Hirosaka, and it goes like this. At the Shibuya Scramble intersection, there are 5 hills, each of them going in a separate direction. You split 5 different people up, one on each road alongside those hills. Then you have them all head towards the Scramble intersection as they sing the Hirosaka song. If everyone makes it to the center of the Scramble intersection at the same time, right as they finish singing. What, do their wishes come true or something? No, a dead person is brought back to life. That is... Alright. Huh. Can't say I've heard that one before. Reminds me of some old Shinto stories. Huh. Can see what makes the legend so appealing, though. You have to make it to the center through that constant crowd, all while singing. Pulling it off sounds like no mean feat. Indeed, we've tried it at the club several times, but we always either bump into people or get held up by a traffic light. But we've heard rumors about your organization, so I thought I'd see if you could help us somehow. What exactly are you expecting a private detective and her assistant to do to help with this? Rumors? Like what? Oh, like, how there's a detective agency in Nakano dealing in the occult that has supernatural ties to another world. And if you go there at 2:22 a.m., there's a door to the other world that shows up, stuff like that. Well, not exactly on that part. Geez, I know we work in the shadows here and all, but to think we're so infamous as to be having people make up urban legends about us. Wow. Don't take it the wrong way, but still, if we could prove that legend is true, it'd be a real boon for my club. Yeah, that's the really important thing here. What do you think? I know your main work here is hunting down ghosts and spirits, but will you do it for us? That's not our main work, but alright. Wait, what? Hunting down ghosts and... Where do people even come up with this stuff? Now you've really got me curious. Well, my assistant doesn't know a thing about it. Yeah, I don't know where I heard it either. Silly me. Don't worry about it. We'll take up your case. We need a little time to get ready, so could you wait for us elsewhere here in the building? Oh, thank you so much. I have other members coming too, so I'll just wait outside for them. Looks like we've got another weird case on our hand. Hey, Kyoko, weird question. Why are you the only one that's allowed to sit on the couch and I have to stand here? But a case is a case. What are you going to do? Going to start preparing for our Shibuya Hirosaka experiment. Why don't you go talk with the other club members and learn more about the legend? Ugh. This is killer on the vocal cords. Could be worse, though. Could always be worse. I should probably sell those. You ever heard the lyrics? Okay, so it's not just those two, but... If they're all members of the same club, why are they, like, so spread out? Like, if I find them on, like, this floor, I'm gonna be a little confused. They could have just gone to the cafe to hang out and wait a little bit, you know? Like, this is my point. Well, that explains that. Alright, I've got everything all set up. Get all the club members together and take them over to Shibuya. I'll be giving commands from here. Meanwhile, I want you to join in and help perform Shibuya Hirosaka as one of the 5 people. This is a bad plan, Kyoko. You know that, right? Can everyone hear me? We're now going to commence verifying the legend of Shibuya Hirosaka. Packed into the cameras at the Scramble intersection, I'll be watching you all from here and giving you commands as necessary. Keep your eyes and ears peeled and be ready for anything, then let's get started. I'm not even worried about, like, the whole curse aspect. You're doing great, keep up the pace. Lily, I need you to speed up a little more. It's more a situation of what happens when, you know, inevitably this turns out to be a Digimon and I have to defend, what, like 4 people from a angry monster? Good, good. You're all about to reach the Scramble Crossing. The traffic lights should cooperate too. That being said, just in case, I went in and rigged it to work in our favor too. So just go ahead and cross. Well, how'd it go? We did it. We all made it here at the same time. Yeah, I guess we did, huh? Yep, without a doubt. What the? There's nobody here. Where did everyone go? You're right. There aren't any cars around either. Looks like we've lost contact, too. Wait, what? What's that? I'll handle this. Oh. Can't live here anymore. I can't live and be here anymore. So I'll... Well, who are you? How long have you been here? I'll die and remain here. Here at the bottom of Shibuya, in the other world. She vanished? What's going on? What's going on here? Where do you come from? What am I seeing? What's going on? Come in. That was a close one. If we didn't hear your voice just now, that truck would have... You alright? What happened? Fill me in. What was all that? And how everything's going back to normal? What's happening here? That's concerning. We owe Detective Matayoshi a lot for helping it out again. Not only did he restore calm, but he also took the truck driver in for questioning. Apparently, that driver didn't see any of you until right before you were all nearly hit. But here's where it gets strange. The crowd in the intersection saw you all the whole time, but nobody responded to their warnings. It's like you guys couldn't see or hear anything that was going on around you. Actually, yeah, that's how it was. We didn't know there were still other people around until your assistant spoke up. And would this girl happen to be that high school student you saw there? It is, that's her. Yeah, definitely, she's the one for sure. I see, well that settles it. What do you mean, who is she? She was a high school girl who was killed 3 months ago in an accident at the scrambled crossing intersection. She died in an accident? For real? Yep, she was even hit by a truck. But that doesn't make any sense. We saw her with our own eyes, right in front of us. She came back to life. Lily. Don't you remember? That's how the legend of Shibuya Hirosaka goes. Yeah, but... like, none of you knew about her being dead in the first place. How did it... So what you five saw back there was the dead brought back to life, then? I did a little research. Shibuya today is a valley that was cut off from Shibuya River, which itself now runs under the scramble intersection. Rivers are a common border in myths and religions between this world and the next. There's the Sansu River in Japan, the river Styx in Greece. Say you guys got caught up in one such place today, or a lot of names you can call it, but the end result remains the same. Anyway, this case is closed. We set out to prove Shibuya Hirosaka is real, and we did. Really? You're just going to leave that girl alone? Is that what you want to ask? You may be confused about our role. Don't forget, we're not ghost hunters and we're not exorcists. That's not what we do. We're cyber sleuths. No more and no less. I would appreciate it if you remember that from now on. Stay safe on your way home. Don't get into any accidents for real now. Whew. Well, that case is over and done with for now, though I know you didn't get a chance to really use your powers. But I figure if you had used them in front of those kids, that would have just spawned another urban legend. If I kill everyone, that'll make me lucky. And if everyone dies, that'll make me happy. Kyoko, no offense, I really think we should be looking into that. Like, that seems like something that could really use our attention, is all I'm saying. Great to see you pulled through with that case. Keep up the good work going forward. I'm not supposed to my Digiline. Stop looking at me. No reply. Yo, we got another case from the Occult Club. This one looks personal, though. I think those guys might have taken a liking to us, given that we deal with the strange and unusual in our line of work. And in doing so, they're inviting yet more strange, unusual things into our lives. Starting with themselves, really. Nightmare Eater. Well, my Digiline is weird. It keeps transmitting without me doing anything. Please find the cause. Nice to see you again, Manaka. What brings you here by yourself? Well, I think I might be caught up in a cybercrime. Cybercrime? Did you go to the police? I can't really. There are some supernatural elements involved, I think. I understand. You made the right choice coming to us. Alright, give us the details. Okay, take a look at this. It's my logon Digiline. Alright, let's see what you've got. Should I go to my club tomorrow? They claim to do research, but all they really do is hang out and talk. It's only a club because everyone has similar interests. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how a club works, but alright. Should probably enroll in something a little more serious and go to that, too. And I could really use a hot, manly boyfriend, too. Oh my gosh, did I just write that? What's so special about this? Keep going, you'll understand why. Could Kenji have a crush on me? No way, she has a one-track mind. She can't think of anything else but occult stuff. Does that guy even have his eyes on straight? He's such an ass, he has a real hottie right in front of him and can't take his eyes off May for even a second to notice it. Maybe I should seduce him. I mean, I got the goods. I'd give him a big anytime. Yeah, how do I put this? Your posts aren't pulling any punches here. Putting my personal opinion aside, I otherwise don't see anything wrong with them. They look pretty normal to me. The thing is, I didn't write that stuff. What? They just randomly showed up, but they freaked me out so badly that I deleted them. I hear you. But then doesn't that mean your account was probably just hacked? Yeah, that's still a problem, Kyoko. Some 2-bit hacker probably did it to screw with you, or maybe your computer was infected with... No, it isn't anything like that. Then I think this is where that supernatural part you mentioned factors into the posts. Yeah. I wasn't the one who wrote those posts and put them online, but they are how I feel. What you see written there, that's stuff that I think about, but don't express out loud. Okay, I get you. It's stuff that's hard to share with any of your club members, basically. Right. Seeing as you're in an occult club, I'm sure you know about Ouija boards and whatnot, right? Your hands move against your will, sending you messages from the spirit world, something like that could very possibly be happening to you. Looking at the post times on your log, these messages went out in the dead of night. You should have long been sound asleep by that point. Okay, then what? In the late 1800s, there was an academic by the name of Enryo Inoue who posited these sorts of things could come from having multiple selves. You mean the man who came up with mystery studies, right? Shown off his work at the club before. Hold on, are you saying I have a split personality? The politically correct term for that would be dissociative identity disorder, actually, DID. I guess it makes sense. If I'm writing these posts at night without realizing it, that would explain it, but maybe it really is that I've honestly been worried that it might be deep down. But no, that's not it. Huh? This isn't because of some mental issue. Here, take a look at this. Just try and find me. This was just now posted onto your account. It's a reply to what I wrote on your Digiline. To the culprit, I'm a detective who's taken up Manaka's case. Know that we will track you down and cover your identity, no matter who or where you are. You can't hide forever. You've been warned. Well, this conversation unfolded online as you were ever talking, while you weren't touching any terminals. This conversion, I cannot believe that. That means you're not the one behind those posts, let alone any mental disorder of yours. The real culprit is out there somewhere. Whoever's behind it is just a dumb troll, albeit an arrogant one at that. To quote Enryo Inoue's work again, what we've got is a case of a fake wonder, or someone trying to make this look more mystical than it really is. In other words, this is plain old hacking. You said that the contents of these posts are based on actual facts about yourself, then? Well, I don't know about facts so much as just how I think and feel, really. Were you locked into Eden before you fell asleep? Yes, I do that every night. Gotcha. Then the way I see it, I bet the culprit's been snooping around and hacked into your memory data in Eden. You can do that sort of thing in Eden? Well, not literally, at least not when you're lone wolfing it like your hacker here. Still, avatars in Eden are essentially digitized versions of people's mental data, so to speak. So memory data hacks are theoretically doable. It's missing the R there. Things take a bit of a different turn once the so-called supernatural enters the equation. Don't sweat it. For now, just walk into Eden tonight like you normally would. I'll have my assistant waiting for you in the lobby. Alright, but what do you actually plan on doing? Oh, let's just say that we're going fox hunting. And our decoy will be our little maiden's deep, dark secrets. Looks like Manaka's still not here yet. Here's hoping this isn't the sign of what's to come. Oh, I had Manaka lay down our decoy. If the culprit's the type of person I suspect they are, they're definitely going to go for it. That means it's a pretty safe guess to say that they're going to lock into Eden tonight. Once they're in position, it's just a matter of apprehending them, but that shouldn't be a problem either. Because Pete's going to be working with us. How's it going? Long time no see. Thanks again for what you did back there with the AC stuff. I had Pete here take a look at those posts the hacker wrote so that he could learn their scent. Yep, turns out those messages had traces of a Digimon on them. Can't fool me. I'll let you know when the bad guy's close by. You can count on me and my nose. But of course, that's why I brought you on board. This is so cool working with a real-life detective. I feel like a real boy wonder here. Hey, you don't know who the boy wonder is? Really? Hey, I'm here. Sorry to keep you waiting. I did just like you asked, then posted the message on my Digiline, but am I really going to be okay doing that? You're curious what she wrote, aren't you? It's fine, I'll tell you. She confessed her love to the hacker and also mentioned that she really wanted to meet him. That seems like such an obvious trap that nobody would fall for in Kyoko. It's a real blatant ploy on our part, but again, this guy thinks his hacking skills are hot stuff. He's going to want to verify Manaka's claims, preferably by checking her memories directly. Hacking memory data takes some work, though, even to just take a look inside it. It'll require actually directly reaching out and making contact with her avatar. That's the only way he could have done this. He had to have been touching her somehow in order to do the hacks. What's more, messing around with someone's mental data would take going into the core of Eden itself. The security there is supposed to be tight as can be. Take a real effort to break in. The hacker behind Nanaka's messages would have therefore had to be touching her for at least several minutes before leaving his handiwork. I smell him, he's close by. Good, it's time to go hunting. Go investigate the surrounding area and get this person out of their foxhole. Tanamon at the farm is at max level. They're right in front of you. Hurry up and do a scan. You ain't going nowhere. For real? How'd you find me? I would not call what this dude was doing precocious. I knew it. The culprit's a little kid. Don't call me a little kid. That's rude. Hey, wait a minute. You're the one who spotted me here before, aren't you? Crap, how do you notice me? You're not supposed to be able to see me at all. Oh, so that's what happened, huh? My little assistant is so sensitive to digital waves and special networks, the culprit didn't stand a chance of hiding forever. We're Cyber Sleuth, singular, not, you know, no S. Comes with the job, but enough of that, we got questions for you. Does that make you a detective too? Whoa, you're so hot, kid. Yeah, whatever, just answer my questions already. Who are you and how did you achieve such a complicated... I'm what you call a genius architect. I'm not some lowly hacker or programmer. We found you pretty quickly. Do you know about the Baku Reborn service? It's a special service here in Eden. Cases like where a user either permanently leaves Eden or they die, the Baku Reborn service gathers all that user's data and deletes it. And I'm the one who runs it. Okay, so why were you stalking somebody? You don't have to act so surprised. Kids are just more attuned to the digital world than adults. Just study on my own and join groups that I could trade info with, and soon enough, I started working in corporate R&D. You are a child. You literally cannot sign NDAs. Oh, but the reason I'm considered a genius isn't just because I run that service. I'm also the one who designed it. Actually, what I said about Baku gathering and deleting abandoned user data isn't entirely accurate. It does more. Not only does it gather and accumulate data pertaining to a given account, it also organizes it almost like it has a mind of its own. To be honest, even I'm surprised by that. I never expected it to act so precisely and deliberately. It's a real case of the creation surpassing the creator. But that's how it should be with these sorts of things, no? Follow you. Baku Reborn service. Tell me, does the name Baku refer to the mythological creature that consumes nightmares? Yep, you got it. Named it that because data we don't want to show online is very much its own sort of nightmare. And by using that Baku on yourself, you could... Alright, I'm onto what you did now. You handed your avatar's surface level appearance over to your Baku and let it consume it. That way nobody around you would be able to tell where you were lurking, but you didn't let it purge that data outright. You controlled it yourself, making it hand it back like a dog returning prey to a hunter. Wow, you figured it all out. Yep, you got me. That's amazing though. I love it when I actually meet a smart adult. Guessing you basically used that same trick to drop Manaka's mental data then. Yep, copied it, but I only did that with her short-term memory. The stuff you'd find around a person's hippocampus inside a real brain. Even something as advanced as Baku can't break into a person's memory within active mental data. That would definitely be crossing the line, and I understand why that's bad. What you did was still bad. I'll hand over what I copied to your partner, given the apparent interest it sparked. It really is like a Baku, isn't it? I think I more or less have a grasp of the current situation now. I am that I am not. I think that might be the best way to describe what your partner is to this world, if you catch my drift. You know, I was thinking the same thing. Genius or not, even I can't purposefully go out and architect life itself. That thing was probably born as such by chance. I have no idea how it'll end up growing moving forward. Certainly, at the very least, I have a feeling I'll lose control of it eventually. You really are smart. Don't just mean you know a lot either. There's a sharpness to your words that I admire. You really shouldn't encourage him, considering what he was doing. Can I trust you to let me deal with the Baku? Do you plan on disposing of it? Well, we'll see. It depends on how things go. Okay, I trust your judgment. You'll find it uploaded onto a site. The password to walk for it is lifted. The rest I'll leave up to you. Whoa, this little kid, he's the culprit? I'd have never guessed it would be someone so young. Why did I do what I did with her account? Who cares at this stage? We all do. I won't do it again. I promise to even apologize for it later. I'll even give her some consolation money, so just leave me alone. You know, I just remembered, we've met here at Eden before, haven't we? Talked for a little bit while I was waiting to meet up with a friend, right? So why did you do all that mean stuff? You're so smart, you shouldn't be out committing crimes. Yeah? Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. That's what I was hoping to hear. See, you're a good kid at heart. Oh, man. Alright, let's go. The complete lack of music is amazing. Well cracked, level 3. Hey, Hitmon! Sweet. I'm not even kidding. Love Hitmon. Emerald. Sleep recovery. Ow. I really need to sell those topazes at this point. Have quite a few. Probably won't give me an insane amount of money, but something's better than nothing, right? Ah, Clockmon. That certainly explains it. Clockmon I think is a data type? I think. Or is it a virus? Let's find out. Oh, well. Hey, Tyrannomons. Sweet. Well, not sweet, because they're, you know. Ow. Ow. Really? Hang on, guys. My model's having an issue. Yep, that's what I thought. Give me a sec. There we go. We're back. I don't know why I was surprised that VTube Studio would suddenly have an issue, but you know, whatever. Apparently it was a shock to me. There it is, our one and only Baku. From the look of it, that kid's program has merged with the wild Digimon. It's no use trying to reason here. The program's erased whatever traces were left of that Digimon's own sentience. Digimon are easily susceptible to influence from man-made programs. It's one of the reasons why some don't consider them to be autonomous beings with their own sense of will. So no getting around this one. You're just going to have to knock some sense into it. Got it, killing it. Yep, it's a data. That's a problem. Guess not. Should be a decent chunk of health. Hey, got the paralyze. Now, will it actually paralyze? Yeah, there we go. Problem solved. Okay, now that that's over, download the data and collect what's left of Baku. Once you're done, come back to the office. It's hard to believe such a little kid would do a heinous crime like that. I'm still shocked. Heinous, huh? I guess I see where you're coming from. Even if he didn't mean any harm by it, what he did certainly broke the law. But that's all in the past now that we've exorcised your account of that little stalker that haunted it. This case is closed now. We'll be holding on to the Baku program in the meantime. If we can tune it up a bit, it could very well come in handy. But I still don't get it. Why did he go after me in the first place? Do neither of you really get why that boy picked on her? He was pulling her pigtails, guys, come on. In a way, there really was no reason at all. Except to say that it was love at first sight. He really liked you, Manaka. Huh? At first, he probably just wanted to get to know you more get to know you more with all his heart. But as we saw, he was less mature than he'd like to admit. He wanted to tease and mess with you so that you'd pay attention to him. That's not a healthy way of doing things at all. That's not an excuse, Kyoko. That's not okay. Like, at all. What? At his age, it's a pretty standard mentality towards someone you like, really. Yeah, but to escalate to the point of stalking her? That's a little far. Whew, that was so fun. Let me help out again if something else comes up, okay? I think it'd be pretty cool to be a detective cat Digimon like that. Definitely helped us back there, so you have my thanks, Pete. Anyway, are you still not able to actually leave the confines of Nakano Broadway's intranet? I mean, he was in Eden, so... Yeah, I think it has to do with how old the network protocols for the intranet are. Makes it hard to transfer data around. It could be I'm just stuck to the vacuum tube computer, like how Baku was to that Digimon. So much to learn about what Pete truly is, it seems. Huh? Why do we call Pete Pete? Well, he's a cat. Are you actually saying Pete the cat? He was extracted from his own little time capsule where he was frozen to sleep all that time. Besides, open enough doors and you're bound to. Do you really need a reason for it? You just wanted to call him Pete. You just gave in and called him Pete because you thought it was cute, didn't you, Kyoko? Unlike the digital world, the real world is filled to the brim with things that have no real reason for being what they are. It's a simple pleasure in life that we're entitled to have as humans. Don't sweat it too much. Just kick back and enjoy it. Okay, everyone leveled up, so we all healed. Memory up! Pete's an important member of the team, so make sure you two get along. Alright, come to think of it, we're out of beans. Pick up some more wood. I used them all up crafting a new recipe yesterday. Horrifying. Alright, let's use the memory up. That should be enough for us to grab at least one of the DLC Digimon, so that we can put it in the bank. Oh. Trying to remember, do they give them to you at like level 99 to prevent you from using them? No, level 1, okay. So that's really funny because that means that you can cheese some of the problems in the problem fights in this game. By bringing these guys along using their busted skills because they're mega level. They're like insanely strong, right? And they have like the stats to match it. But you need to be okay with having like chibi versions of like some of your favorite Royal Knights, right? Which some people are not okay with. Other people are. Especially because, technically speaking, they're not chibis. They're meant to be, like, 3D renditions of, like, their sprites, basically, is how they argue it. But, yeah, no, they're chibis. Right? The DS games were certainly a hell of a lot better of, like, making that type of Digimon actually look like the sprites from the V-Pets, right? Alright, we need to head up. coffee beans. Should be in here. That's where we first got them. Buying more beans already? I suppose with more employees, supplies used up that much faster. Come to think of it, when you head back, why don't you buy some takoyaki from the 3rd floor to go with your coffee? Only a child does no more than what they're asked. Go above and beyond, you'll seem quite clever. You got it, I'll do what you tell me instead. Got the coffee beans Kyoko asked for. What new horror will she create from these incredible beans that smell so good? Buddy, I hate to break this to you, you should just eat them. Eat them now and save everybody the trouble. And there's Yoko. Sorry, Yuko. This is a riveting conversation. There's a poster on the wall Yuko was staring at. Nationwide B-level gourmet battle. Our restaurant becomes a culinary battleground. Grated yam ramen, tuna scraps gyoza, the famous massive frozen custard dim sum. Looks like this is what Yuko was looking at. So every once in a while in the game, this is a weird thing that they do. Your 3 dialogue options aren't actually 3 dialogue options. They're 1 dialogue option, like, split up among 3 dialogue options. Because if you read this out, this is, like, just a straight up paragraph, right? Did I hear her mouth water over this? She did. Her mouth was definitely watering. Nobody's mouth would water over this. Like, this is straight up just a short paragraph. So when you click on one, the implication is that he said the entire thing, right? Having a meeting without me? I'm hurt. Oh, thanks for doing the shopping. We were waiting for you to get back. As you can see, a client has arrived. Hello. Alright. Okay, so we have 3 options here. And I'm really leaning towards the, like, bad cop, kick the table, lean in. Your mouth watered. I know it did. Don't lie to me. Wow, she is really not down for talking about it. Mouth watering? What are you talking about? This is our client. Yuko Kamishiro. Yes, we were introduced last time. Now then, Miss Kamishiro, what manner of case brings you to us? Okay. I want you to investigate my father. Your... Chapter 5. The search continues. Yuko Kamishiro. I'm going to assume you mean your actual father this time, and not one of your, like, employees' fathers, technically. You mean Mr. Satoru Kamishiro, the former president of Kamishiro Enterprises? Yes. He passed away last year. It was reported to have been a suicide, correct? No, that isn't true. My father would never kill himself. Okay. So... Yuko, you don't know that. It's a sad reality. Sometimes we just don't know. We can never really know. Right? Like, it's a really, really sad thing to think about, but occasionally you're just wrong when you say something like that, or you're deluding yourself. Granted, you know, sometimes they say that and they're 100% right. In this case, she's saying it, she's 100% right. Now, Kyoko, on your part, maybe don't just, like, open up the conversation with that. Like, matter-of-factly, you could have been at least a little more apologetic in the way you approached it. Oh. I'm sorry for the outburst. No, there's nothing to apologize for. But why do you believe he wouldn't do it? Do you have some proof that he wasn't suicidal? Probably a lot. No, I don't. It's exactly why I've come to you. I see. That makes sense. Does it? If you want clues, then you may want to start with Makoto Yamashina, whom I had to investigate the other day. You could have just had it all be one case. You didn't have to, like, pretend to be his daughter. He was a researcher for Kamishiro until last year. He left the company around the time my father died, then he just disappeared. Until I found him, tracked him down, as a matter of fact. So you believe Yamashina is connected to your father's death in some way? Yes. Even if there's no direct connection, I'm certain he must know something about my father's death. So you had us investigate Makoto Yamashina as a prelude to this case, then. That was your way of testing us. Since you brought another case to us, that implies that we passed your test. I apologize, there are so many people around me. There are so few people around me who I can trust. Sorry, guys. I'm so very sorry for my, little ruse. I hope such an honest answer is proof that we have earned your trust. That's wishful thinking. That's what that is. We shall investigate your father's death. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh. Please excuse me for a moment. Hello? Yes? No, there's no problem. Yes? Yes? What? No, I'm alone. I understand. I'll be right back. Please wait at the head office, Miss Rie. Goodbye. I'm sorry, something came up all of a sudden. So it appears. Please leave the investigating to us. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now. This could turn out to be a really big case. We've got to go all out and solve it. If all goes well, we could expose Kamashiro's past, along with the company's inner workings. I should ask Detective Matayoshi for... Matayoshi for his help. Kyoko, we just got... This is a very personal thing for her. I think we should maybe focus on that first, and then the rest of it as like a secondary objective, you know? I get they're dirty, but wow. Alright, let's get started on the case. I'll go over the info on Makoto Yamashina again. While I'm doing that, I want you to go back out to his home and pay him another visit. I don't know if we'll get anything new, but, well, NVNG, I guess. No, sorry, never mind. Nothing important. Something my father used to say a lot. It's an abbreviation for nothing ventured, nothing gained. My father said something different, though. Something ventured, something gained. I always thought it should be abbreviated as SG, but it's a rather elegant and refined expression, don't you think? Well, no need to think too deeply on it. That would be inelegant. Okay, enough with the chit-chat. Get on the case for me. Found 3 cases. Wow, okay. Property. You know, it's really funny. I was hoping at least one of them would be a hacker. Because while yes, those technically qualify as a fetch quest, They're not a literal fetch quest like these are. Granted, these can also be incredibly easy if you get very lucky. Damn it. Occasionally, when you talk to them, and it spawns in the item is like right here. Or something similar, you know what I mean? It's just way better to see it like that, because you're like, oh, hooray, instant rewards for no work, right? Start on the left, which has less ground to cover. A vaccine, a virus, and a data. Alright, still low enough level that I think this would be a better idea. Okay, I don't see it up there. Which means we won't have to go into that area. Still annoying, though. We making good progress? We're currently doing side quests. Relatively easy ones, but yeah, we're doing good. We're making good progress. We should be able to actually get started on the for real case, right? Tonight, before we call it. But this also gives us an excuse to get Alekmon some levels. Which isn't a bad thing. Oh, that poor Patamon. That poor Patamon. Ouch. We're also relatively close to getting Gargamon to Digivolve, which is surprising to think about. Can always climb our way back up. Found it! Really, Gargamon? That was embarrassingly low damage, considering what he was swinging at and, like, the level difference, right? That was bad. That was very bad to see. That felt bad to look at. Actually... yeah, no, can't. Damn shame. What's that? That's Sunflowmon. It's a walking, talking sunflower monster. Plant dinosaur with wings? Yes. Correct, you figured it out. Level 1. Alright, Falcomon. No such luck. It's not here. Damn. Quartermon, can I ask you a question? Why are you so unabashedly huge? Like, why do you have to obscure me from the camera at all times? There we go. Like I said, sometimes you just get lucky. Sometimes you just get lucky and you find what you're looking for. Like that, right? Which makes the fetch quests very easy. Damn it. This one's also at level 3. Oh, man. You gotta love how out of place Elecmon looks between the, like, you know, 2 6-foot-tall monstrosities running right next to him. Nothing here. Also, I love Roblox, the complete disbelief at Sunflowmon. But a Lego version of Agumon, nope, not even a blink. Completely stone-faced. It's like, yeah, no, that's just the thing. You did not see the Lego version of Agumon? Well, good news, we fully scanned them, which means that we'll be able to get them if you want. And to be fair, it is not a... I'm being somewhat facetious when I say a Lego version of Agumon, because it's not called Lego Agumon, it's called Toy Agumon. There he is. You're Danish, of course you want it, fair. But yeah, Toy Agumon. Same eyes and everything. Ow. It looks more like a Duplo / Mega Bloks. Yeah, fair. Falls apart like it too. You want to hear something depressing, though? About Toy Agumon? It's something I've never understood. Like, it consistently, like, every time I think about it, it doesn't, like, enrage me, but it confuses me deeply whenever I think about it. There is no Toy Greymon. It doesn't, like, evolve into a toy version of what Agumon evolves into. Which I think is a missed opportunity. Granted, I also think it's a missed opportunity that they have Toy Agumon and they don't have, like, you know, a playset you can buy in real life for Toy Agumon or stuff like that. Like, that's just money on the table that they are pointedly not grabbing for some reason. Where the hell is it? Ah, Roblox, there they are, your favorites. The Freakazoids, as you coined them. I still think they're cute. Are they unsettling? Yeah, but they're kind of meant to be, right? Seven points away. This is gonna be here. It has to be here. There it is. Couldn't be in the next screen because we could see the next screen when we went to the left and there was nothing there, so. You think trigger discipline is a thing in the Digimon universe? Like, I honestly think it isn't, and that terrifies me. You know what? I was asking that. I'm immediately retracting the question because I know for a fact that it's not. Trigger discipline does not exist in the universe. Especially not for Gargamon. There's a very famous scene from, whoops. from the 3rd season. I froze? Again? Oh, for fuck, come on. Hang on. That's the 2nd time it's happened so far. There we go. I seem to be working again. I don't get it, man. Everything today is against me. PC updates without my permission. Causes all sorts of problems where it suddenly makes my CPU overclock itself again, despite me having fixed that as a problem. Causing it to crash mid-stream twice in 1 week. Like... And now my VTuber. Now VTube Studio is actively fighting against me too. You're a stubborn one. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know any Kamashiro. We know you worked there. Like, we know you worked there, dude. You can't... You're asking if I've ever heard of them? If I've never heard of them? First I heard of them was from you. You worked there. We have your employee information. No, it was before that. On the news, I think? Wait, no, maybe I heard it from my daughter? I don't know, ask my daughter, ask Chica. I need to lie down, I suddenly feel dizzy. Yeah, you are losing it, buddy. Chica? She said she was going to Shibuya, I believe. New single from a band was going to be available for a limited time at Shibuya Records. Chibikin? No, that wasn't it. Okay, good, she hasn't fallen for it. You really must excuse me. Let's go to Shibuya Records in Shibuya to talk to Yamashita's daughter, Chica. Did you have to specify Shibuya Records in Shibuya? You couldn't have just said to the record store in Shibuya. Like, you had to be specific on that. So you have questions? Again? We just want to be left alone. Fair. Well, what is it now? I thought you didn't want me to ask you any questions. What, about my dad? There's not really much to say. Until recently, my dad was a workaholic. He didn't even come home on his days off. But he seemed to change more recently. His focus shifted to taking care of his family. I'm not sure why exactly. Maybe something changed with work? Before I know he worked for a place called the Nile Corporation, but... Shouldn't you be on your way? I don't have much free time either. Can I go now? How'd it go? Get any useful clues? Nile Corporation. It's the only thing I've heard mentioned, yeah. The Nile Corporation. I hadn't thought there'd be a connection there. You've heard of it? The Nile Corporation. Our paths have crossed before. Detective Matsuyoshi looked into the company once before. My father was involved in the investigation too. They were following up on a hunch, apparently. Okay, you can look into that Nile Corporation for me. You might be able to get some info at the corporate pavilion near the Eden entrance. I'll look into the case files that my father and Detective Matsuyoshi put together back then. Alright, counting on you. To the corporate pavilion near the Eden entrance. Fill the word with autistic? No. Fill the world with music. Which is a decidedly less interesting slogan. Now Corporation? Does sound kind of unfamiliar. Yes, I'm sure I've never heard of it. Whatever, who cares about that? More importantly, what do you think about Eden's avatar system? Are you really satisfied with it? You don't even care, do you? With that face, of course you don't. Damn. Well, damn, man. That's like his real-ass face, like... Now Corporation, that's a company created to research the Eden Avatar system, isn't it? I think they were bought out by some big company a long time ago, though. They aren't around anymore. You don't say. Better head back to the office. Oh, and this time we don't teleport. I see how it is. Hey guys. Well, hello there, young assistant. Are you getting used to working as a detective? Kinda, sorta. What's with that look? You're looking at me like I'm not supposed to be here. You're not. Get out, old man. Nah. Kyo-chan can tell you why I'm here. Well, something strange has happened, and we can't find the Nile Corporation case files. So I thought I'd ask someone directly involved with the case itself. Of course you didn't find them. All the files are stored together at Kamishiro. It was a publicly traded company. They can't just erase their history like that. At Kamishiro? I'm ashamed to have to admit this, but we had to leave the files there. This was that hunch of yours, isn't it? At the time, suspicions were raised that Kamishiro had acquired the Nile Corporation illicitly. Your father and I were investigating that when we ran into a little problem. A problem? Pressure came down from up top. We were forced to abandon the case. Wow. The case. I may or may not need a coffee. At the time, we were also forced to hand over all case files to Kamishiro, too. So Kamishiro pulled the strings. That was a self-incriminating move, wasn't it? That was the implied understanding, but can't investigate them if everyone is telling you don't, slash forbidding you, slash breathing down your neck not to, right? Since we knew how bad it was, we decided to keep silent track of where the case files were stored. Kept track even after your father passed away. Now the files are being stored deep within the Avalon server, which is the main Kamishiro server. Of course, people that arrogant would call the server the Avalon server. Why the hell wouldn't they? Unbelievable. I'm sure it's in the part of cyberspace Kamishiro employees called the confidential database. And when I say I've kept track, it's not like I've confirmed the data's location firsthand. At best, it's conjecture based on info from scans of the environs. Call it my intuition. It's good enough for me. Well then, I say it's about time we had them return what they've been keeping from us. Whoa, 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 listen to me, Kyo-chan. This is Kamishiro we're dealing with. How do you plan to get around the top-notch security of a world-renowned company? Let's learn from the case of the robbing rooster. We don't force our way through a closed gate. Instead, we employ strategy and have them open it for us. Whoa, hey now. Is that even possible? By the way, massive space between the words hey and now. Another typo. I'm gonna keep pointing them out because this is just a thing with this game. A good detective makes the impossible possible. What, we already have a rooster of our own lined up. Someone who can crow in just the way we need. And we'll get her to help us when it comes to infiltrating Kamishiro. Speak of the devil. Begging your pardon. Once again, you've arrived right on time. This is my client, Yuko Kamishiro. Has there been any progress? Yuko Kamishiro? You don't mean the former president's... I see, no one would question her if she were to walk into corporate HQ. What? Who is this? Young lady, we need your assistance, please. Matayoshi, at least introduce yourself first. What? She's so confused. She just walked into the middle of, like, essentially a conspiracy. I see. What do you say? We really need your help with the investigation. That's fine. I want to know if my suspicions are correct after all. Aha! But I am a minor, and as such, my authority within the company is rather restricted. Sorry, got a weird text I wanted to, like, look into. Happens every once in a while, you know how it is, right? But I am a minor, and as such, my authority within the company is rather restricted. Fair, but, you know, that's not that bad. I doubt I'll be able to do much more than get you into the lobby of the main office. Again, that's more than we can do without you, so... Let me think about this. If I were inviting friends from school to take a tour... Shouldn't be an issue getting you in the lobby, I think. It'd be hard passing me and Kyo-chan off as your friends. Worst case, they might recognize us too. So long as you can get my assistant in, that would be terrific. Could you manage that? But then how do we get to the confidential database? Do you have some means of doing that? Even if your assistant were a world-class hacker, I doubt it's even possible. Cyber Sleuth can make the impossible possible. Well, there we have it, Yuko. Leave the domain of cyber sleuthing to us. Very well. I'll go and set things up. That is the face of somebody who absolutely does not believe that we got this under control. She 100% is thinking to herself, like, oh, God. They're gonna completely mess this up, aren't they? Like, no faith. None. What are you actually going to do, Kyo-chan? To get in? I have an idea, actually. There was this one case where I got my hands on a little program. I'm thinking of having it customized for my assistant with the help of someone I know. Shall we get started with the preparations? My dear assistant, start by heading to Mirai Mikagura's place. You can just call her Mirai. I'll let her know you're coming and why. You can get the details from her. Want to make sure. Yeah, still need the attack stat. Roblox, you said 3 for Tentomon, right? I'm pretty sure you were of the opinion of 3, correct? Congratulations, Roblox. You have made one of my favorite Digimon into the first enemy we see in the anime. Kawagamon. This guy lost to in-trainings. Well, to be fair, he lost to rookies, but that is not a crab. That is an incorrect statement, Roblox. What about Kudamon? Here's a hint. You want Kudamon to make sense as not a snake? 1. 3 is covered by something else we have. 4, I legitimately don't remember what it is. So, 1 and 4 are the actual options here. 2 is still impossible at the moment. 4 then? Repamon. It has a very angry eye on its blade tail for some reason. I need at least 10. No, Falcomon, yeah. What about Falcomon? What are we getting with Falcomon? Roblox, please do not 3. So, Roblox, I hate to tell you this, Hawkmon might be your spirit guide. Because you picked Hawkmon's evolution. I don't know how you're doing this. I really don't know how you're doing this. Like, don't get me wrong, Aquilamon does not look that bad compared to Hawkmon. But it's a very boring design. I don't know how you're doing this. You wanted one of its evolutions? Which one? If you were going for Halsamon, guess who's not in the game? Was it a bird with like a silver mask on its face? That like covered part of its body? Or like had silver wings, something like that? Maybe then that was Halsamon, not in the game. Blue and red? Oh! Did it have like underslung like blades on its face? Like tusks that went below its face type of thing? Again, these are armor digivolutions. They're weird. The only ones in the game, the only armor digivolutions in the game are Vmons. And one for Terriermon. That's it. The others don't get theirs, which is a real pity. They don't have them here. Might have them in the new game. Haven't checked. Tanimon. Where are we going with Tanimon? With the understanding that I'm pretty sure I don't have the food to get her to 10. Sorry, get them to 10 for the top option. Four? Thank you, Roblox. Meet Renamon, by the way. Your blind guessing finally came in handy. Jessmon? Jessmon is Hackmon. Not Hawkmon. Jessmon is what you're going to be getting. Hawkmon is what you bemoaned getting last time. Well. Yeah, you are not getting the 55 speed in one level. And you can't even get the level 16. Guess we know where he's going. Yeah, but you think you saw something that was like Hawkmon could evolve? Well, yeah, because as you can see here, the branches for evolutions are large, right? Like Goblimon here has 6 options. I have no doubt that Hawkmon eventually can turn into Jessmon if you like finagle where you go and how you get there. You can do it, 100%. But, you know, would you like to, is the thing. Alright, so I'm gonna make the executive decision on this one. Growlmon over here is literally, like, what Guillaumon is gonna turn into. So there's no point in me going Growlmon on Goblimon. So I'm just gonna go for the top option here, because these two have already been picked. And nobody wants Nanimon. Nobody wants Nanimon. Jessmon does take forever. Jessmon does in fact take forever. I did not lie about that. Jessmon is a mega level. No matter what, it's gonna take a while. Like, no matter what. Like, Roblox. I'll make it very simple. Like, not in the insulting way, but in, like, a way that makes sense to visualize, right? We've had Gargamon since the start of the stream. since like the end of the last stream. I started at 4 today. Gargamon is at level 23. Right? He has 5 levels left before he can Digivolve into his ultimate level, like his canon ultimate level. I've been playing for nearly 6 hours, and I haven't hit Rapidmon yet. And then I have to level up Rapidmon from level 1 to whatever level Mega Gargamon is, right, in order to Digivolve into Mega Gargamon. Hackmon has to Digivolve into his champion, which, remember, reverts to level 1. No, we will not be beating the game before we get Jessamon. Believe you me, experience ramp up happens in this game. Like, hard. The experience gains we're gonna be getting are insane. Like, you don't need to worry about that. You really don't. By the time we hit, like, a certain area, I'll put it to you like this. A level 1 Digimon is gonna go into, like, level 24. From one fight. And the second fight will push it to level 30. Like, that is not a problem. Getting Jessamon will take a bit, but only until we get a certain point, until we get to a certain point in the game. Like, that's the problem, right? My preparations are complete. Go ahead, take this program. We're still in the early game. You've got hacking skill, Stealth Hide. By comparison, Roblox, we're maybe at, like, in Pokemon terminology, we might have, like, just gotten the second badge. We've just gotten the second badge, and we're on our way to the third. Maybe even earlier than that. We might have just, like, gotten halfway through the second gym leader fight type of thing. It's a hacking skill program repurposed from the Baku program Kyoko gave me. Oh, you mean the one I killed? The sentient program that I murdered? Yeah, that thing. By using this, you'll be able to almost perfectly mask your account information. Effectively, you'll be invisible. Given your half-cyber body, you should be able to use that skill not only in cyberspace, but in the real world as well. This skill could potentially be used for a wide variety of crimes. You aren't a criminal, are you? But given your deepening bond with Digimon, I trust you won't use it for evil purposes. There are Digimon out there that are evil, by the way. Like, they are. They're genocidal monsters. Like, going, nobody who likes Digimon can be that bad. It's like, there are Digimon out there that are fine with just wiping out everything on an island, on a continent, on a planet. They will. They'll do it. That was rhetorical, dear. I see all. You are a cyber sleuth, no? Someday you must expose my secrets, so that's not gonna happen. That is a lot of faith to, like, put in me, but it's not gonna happen. I got in touch with Kyoko. Huh. Things went well, it seems. I'm sure you have many questions, but start by focusing on the relevant case. I heard from Yuko Kamishiro earlier, and you've been invited to Kamishiro Corporate HQ. Hey! Access this URL to access an account with privileges to tour the corporate office. Privileges are limited to the lobby, but that should be enough to let you in without too much trouble. We've had our rooster crow. Now to set the fox loose in the henhouse. You've got some handy hacking skills, I know, but you'll need to think on your feet in there. Be the wolf in sheep's clothing. It'll take all your cunning, skill, and bravery to sneak on in and waltz out with a grand prize. Also, for the record, Detective Matayoshi isn't involved with obtaining and using the hacking skills for this case. Keep that in mind. Now then, let's get this job done. Remember, kid, this is a stealth mission. Anyway, I guess I'd rather follow this corporate tour URL to Kamishiro Corporate HQ. Wow, they will not stop with these Digilines. Did you have to go for the gold? You're so late. I got exhausted just waiting for you. Yuko, you're playing this up a little too much. Where did you learn your socializing skills? Phantom, I need you to pretend that you're my friend here. We can do that without the role play, Yuko. It's not difficult. Just follow my lead, alright? Is there anything the matter with that? Yeah, you weren't acting like a friend, you were acting like a... You know what? No. I don't have the energy to explain this right now. You can pretend to be my friend, right? A school friend, a normal friend. That's odd. Were the files I dug up on friendship mistaken? Yeah, you were not reading up on friendship. What? You want me to act like I normally do? I'm not sure I quite get what you're saying. If that's true, then you are already friends after a fashion, no? Okay, I see. That was just a joke that fell flat, right? Wow. That was part of the plan, right, Phantom? I'm really sorry, buddy. That is a swing and a miss on your part, I guess. Things got a little too real for me there. I forgot to let myself play along. What I mean is that you've done your homework. I seem to have misjudged you. Anyway, welcome to Kamishiro. Okay, let's pretend to tour the lobby. I'll pretend to show you around. You can do that for real, and we'll be able to actually sell this a lot better if you do. What, you're going to strike out on your own? Trust me, I have a plan. But what's your actual plan for getting in? I have a plan. You don't need to know that part of the plan. How does a person just vanish? Both the avatar and the account info. Oh my, Miss Yuko. Where's your friend gotten off to? What? My friend has, We're playing hide and seek. Yuko... You need to work better under pressure. What? Hide and seek? Yes, that's right. Is there some problem? No, no problem per se. This is the perfect place for hide and seek. It's so spacious. I suppose it is. Sure, there certainly is a lot of space here. By the way, I'm Id. Well then, good luck, I guess. Thank you. I'm going to find my friend. Just you watch. That's the spirit. Yuko. You could have just said he had to log out for a second to handle something, like he says hello. I know what he said. A program that steals an account? And this requires Digimon program hacking skills, which is completely illegal, I'll point out. You're right. Are you gonna report me? No? Are you gonna be a narc? No? Then guess what? We're fine. But you and Kyoko did say that cyber sleuthing was your area of expertise, so that's reassuring. When we're finished, meet me here, we'll leave together. Please try not to take too long. There's a limit to the time we can spend pretending to play hide and seek. Again, I'll see you later then. There were so many better excuses you could have come up with. Dark Tyrannomon. Wait. Hey, a Goblinmon. It's dead now. Stood no chance. Crit boost. But yeah, Roblox, as you can see, we're already getting to a point where, like, one enemy is giving us not an insane amount of experience, but a decent amount of experience. Like, we're leveling up off of it, essentially. And I can make it even easier. Granted, I don't like to do this because you can get really, really screwed. And generally, it only gives you... Oh, that's right. It only gives you more money and items. It doesn't actually give you more experience. My bad. I'm thinking of something else. There's like an item you can make /buy/find that increases the experience points you get from a fight. Which also speeds up the process, right? And you can find multiple, like massively jacking up how quickly it goes. Roblox, did you call this thing Jessie because you knew it was gonna be, because it was Jessmon? Like, you're so fixated on that you're just like, Jessie. We will never forget. It will be Jessie from now until the end of time. Was that the purpose of it? Nope. Because if that was the purpose, kudos to you, that long con paid off. $49. Alright, there's the exit. We're just gonna go down here to see if there are any other items we can pick up. Not here. Why do they hate Elecmon so much? Like, it's consistent. They always attack Elecmon. And it's slightly confusing, considering the other targets. Revival Capsule. Damn it. Alright, welcome to Avalon server. Ow. The confidential database should be here somewhere. Let's keep moving. Okay. There we go. From 0 to 24. It's not too bad. Okay. Actually, save it here for now. Alright, so that is going to be it for me tonight. Ow. Hope to see you guys on Monday for some more Bayonetta, obviously. Wednesday will continue to be Baldur's Gate. Hopefully, you know, we won't have as many problems as we did today, or on Wednesday, where it also crashed midway through. Oh boy, I'll see if I can figure out what's going on, but yeah. Shouldn't be too difficult to figure it out. Let's see who we've got. Oh, well, that's just fortuitous. Oh, boy. Thanks for dropping in, guys. Hope you have a good night. Hope everything goes well for you guys. Hope you have a great weekend, actually. I'm gonna try and make that the case for me, but who knows. See you guys later.